Hey, what's good, folks?
What up?
My first guest.
What's good?
Yeah,
What's good?
King Chuck Entertainment. We want you to be an activist. All right, so I got J-Leethal here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna introduce him to the channel, talk about some things. You know, that's what we're doing today.
For sure.
So what did you want to talk about?
I don't know, man. I just wanted to come through the channel, build with a fellow brother. We work together. We're co-workers, and so we always got some crazy conversations going on at work. So I guess the main conversation we always have is
The nipple.
Well, yeah, we talk about basically two things at work. We talk about racism and we talk about our connection to women, particularly black women. And one of the main debates we have back and forth is should black men try to regulate how black women dress? And most people off the top will say no. But me off top, I love women. I love their curves and all that. But I say we need to ban certain stuff if we could. If it was a perfect world, women should not be out here showing their nipples in public. And yes, I said it, women. You should not be showing your nipples in public. Your camel toe. You go and get the yoga pants that are 2 sizes too small on purpose and spend all day pulling them up. I'm not gonna say where we work or the girl who we work with, but the little host chick who is also a to-go now. She spends all day pulling up her motherfucking pants. I don't know if I can curse on this channel, but she spends all day pulling up her pants. I just want to go tell her, can you get a belt? I mean, and it's like they have a fetish with dressing provocatively. And I'm gonna tell you like this: the girl who did my hair recently, she has kind of a big butt, and she was wearing some sweats when she did my hair the other day, and I walked with her for about 2 hours throughout the day, and I saw how many guys either would stop their conversation. They said something right when she walked off, like damn, or they came and tried to open the door for her and all this other stuff. A lot of these women are getting their rocks off by the attention that they get by showing their fucking nipples in their ass. And he says that what I'm saying is just a European construct of the patriarchy, and this is where we completely vehemently disagree with it. And I love him dearly, but he just doesn't understand that these women he's giving them too much credit, and he's blaming I'm one of the big proponents on the white man, but listen, we can't give everything. No, these women need to be checked.
I agree about the check. I just say free the nipple. Free the nipple, yo. Hey, it's really a patriarchal. It's an oppression of women. I think the way I feel about it is the people who really got a problem with nipples are dudes, right?
Okay.
Dudes freak out when they see nipples. They make it all sexual. Okay. So okay. I understand, you breastfeed and you have a connection to your mom or whatever, and then when you grow up, now you have a connection to the nipple in a sexual way, and I understand that. But at the same time, you can also look at a nipple and it not be sexual, right? What about when you look at your mom's nipple now as an adult?
And we don't, which we don't want to, because it's a sexual thing.
Yeah,
no man that you talk to knows what his mother's nipple looks like still. Slow down. Okay, I'll say this. The majority of black men that we talk to at work or play basketball with, they don't know what their mom's nipple looks like.
Maybe they won't tell you, but what I'm saying is, if they do see their mom's nipple, they're not going to see it in a sexual way.
Well, yeah, because the association of incest and all this, but the fact of the matter is, most men, put it this way, would you agree that most men would choose not to see their mom's nipple?
They probably would rather not see it, but if she has on like a t-shirt,
but
no bra, it's your mom walking around, I mean, like,
but yeah, it's your mom, but you're also, put it this way. How about this? Let's slow it down. Most men would rather not see their mom's nipple, right? However, do most men have a problem with seeing their dad shirtless? No. Why? Because again, we understand the construct that there is a difference between the male bare chest and the female bare chest. Whether the implication is because she had milk from there, and whatever the psychological connection be, there is a difference.
No, the where this is coming from is the cultural oppression that you and all of us have suffered here in the United States. We have been colonized, and we have been brainwashed, and we have been it's so much to this. But to simplify things, you got people that live on an island who don't see breasts as sexual at all. They may not look at butts in a sexual way.
Right.
What is sexual is cultural.
Okay.
So depending on where you're from, these Europeans obsessed with breasts, bro.
Okay. Now,
they are obsessed with breasts.
Granted.
Breasts bother them. It scares the shit out of them. I don't know what the fuck they got a problem with it. That's what it is, bro. That's what you don't understand. But we have eternalized this because we live in America. We live in the United States. We live on this culture, and they have.
So can I ask you a question?
Put this in our brain, this whole thing about the nipple even being sexual at all. If we wasn't living in this country of the United States and grew under this oppression, we wouldn't have this view of the nipple.
So okay, fair. Now let me throw something back at you. Are you let me clarify then. Are you then saying that, because this is what you said a million times, but I want to make sure it's known for the audience. Are you then saying that which you just said, the control of the nipple is a European construct, right? Is essentially what you're saying. I don't want to oversimplify what you're saying, but essentially
that's pretty simple. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm saying that the sexualization of the nipple,
hence the covering up of the nipple,
correct,
is a European construct. So then, what would you say if I were to say that? Let's look at the Arab culture, where they go even further than the white man in covering up their women. They don't let their women show the ankle.
That's why y'all have to learn y'all history, and I talk about this all the time.
It's a question.
But they are European.
Well, fair enough.
Bow!
No, I know.
They are the same. They're the same people, and a lot of people don't understand the culture. We have to compare. If you really want to understand, compare the United States to freaking Saudi Arabia.
So we're saying Bob is the same as Ahmed.
In a lot of ways, and also
in the same that, to the extent that you're willing to throw Ahmed into this conversation that we're having about the white man.
Absolutely.
Wow.
He fits
you
right.
just threw Ahmed into. Hold on, guys. We've never. This is
Bob,
new. This is new, guys.
And the Jewish ones too. They all fit in there.
First of all, the so-called Jewish. We can't say that name on this platform. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna be careful with that.
We can't say that name. Sorry, guys. We didn't mean to bother you. But so what we're saying is this.
We know you guys got a lot of money.
We know we got a lot of control. But what we're saying is this. Let's slow it down. Let's run with your argument. This was a European construct. Now, in 2021, are we saying that the black woman? Because remember, that's who we're focusing on. The black woman walking around showing her nipples, are we saying that she is consciously or subconsciously uprising? Is she an activist now by walking? Is this the goal of the majority of black women that we see showing their nipples?
No.
How many?
And when it goes there, that's when the whole thing is lost, because now you're going into the feminism, and I don't agree with that at all.
So that's the conversation that I think we should be having. What these women showing their nipples. When we're
some of them are on that shit. They're doing it because of that, but I don't agree with that at all.
But so would you agree that the majority of women showing their nipples are okay? Let me ask you: the majority of women in America, black women showing their nipples out in the public, are they revolting in an activism stance, or are they being harlots, as it were?
You saying, okay, wait.
The majority of black women that are showing their nipples that we see at our restaurant or we see in the mall, showing their nipples and just basically, because remember, essentially what you're saying is clothing is even a European contract. So if they're showing their camel toe, their buttocks, everything that we see at the mall, you can't go to Target without seeing them of all ages showing their body off. Are we saying that these women are activists out here, or are we going to be real and say that they are attention seeking and this is and
a lot of them are, but you're adding in a bunch of stuff because
Okay.
see, I can't talk about all of that at one time. We're talking about the nipple. We're talking about breast. You know what I'm saying? If you
Fair enough.
if you add in the camel toe and the ass and hanging out and all of that.
But
that's a
I
whole
mean in
nother thing.
America, I mean like you said, if we're using Africa and stuff as constructs, they're butt naked over there, and they, like you said, it's not a sexual thing.
Exactly.
So then it shouldn't be a. Okay, how do we should we go back? Should we be trying to, as a black American people, go back to primitive times? I'm not gonna call them primitive, but should we go back to a time where we are showing breasts? Is that what should even be our focus, or should we be more focused on getting our women to dress moderately for a number of reasons? Like, I mean, should we have? Should I guess the question is, should we regulate?
The woman that you're gonna choose for a wife is gonna have a level of modesty that makes you feel comfortable.
Okay.
What we need to focus on is decolonizing.
Okay.
And that means we have to unlearn what we have learned.
Okay.
We're going to do some yoga.
Right.
Yogi or whatever the hell. Because
Right.
that's a real thing. But that's really difficult because you've accepted this thing. You know, the cognitive dissonance that they say.
Right.
It's a real thing and it hurts really bad. Especially like if anybody wants you a truth. Once you realize you've been lied to and you've accepted